Hey everybody, if you like to get to the root of what's going on and why things are the way they are, I just found this video. It's about 8 hours long and I'm about at 1 hour, but it's perfect. This guy has done a lot of research and he's explaining in great detail things that I know intuitively of where this is all coming from and how they spread out. So if you want to watch it, it's under Falcon's Cafe. I wasn't too sure about it at first, but...
And here you can see his coat of arms. So here's Saint-Omer. And here's the coat of arms of the town and of the founding father of the Knights Templars.
Okay, so the Knights Templars are the danger here, right? And there's this woman named Amazing Polly who does videos. She's a woman and she calls herself Amazing Polly. She has websites and sponsors, but she also has cartoons in her background with this symbol. So watch for these symbols. If you're wondering where you're getting your news.
Here it is. Here's Saint-Omer. Here's Dover and here's Calais.
Turn it up.
Read it. Well, there's not much to read, I think. The most important things are not in it.
Yeah, it's the same with everything.
So, okay. So you remember this coat of arms very well now. Look how it looks and print it in your mind. So here again, the coat of arms, the same as in the town of Saint-Omer, near England. And so he was from the nobility.
Okay.
Geoffroy de...
I'll just let you go and watch that if you want. The whole thing is really good. I'm playing hearts while I'm listening and getting more information. That's, you know, we have to get to the root and we have to know the truth. That's living in Christ is living in the truth.
The Knights Templars, the Mafia, the government, police, the CIA, the FBI, it's all one and the same thing. The Nazis, the Freemasons, it all has the same source and they all work together against humanity. In English, his name is Godfrey of Saint-Omer, and he was one of the initial two men on one horse, together with Hugues de Payens, or also called Hugues de Payens.
That is so weird.
In the north of France, near Calais, there's still the town of Saint-Omer, where he was born in 1075. And here you can see his coat of arms.
Oh, we've been there. I just can't get enough, and I keep backtracking, but it's so long that I backtrack too much, so I can't show you what he says that interests me so much. But I hope you watch this video because he's really done his research, and he's angry, and he's got the appropriate emotion for this nightmare that we're all waking up to. I think that Christ inside is going to wake up in people and take down the pharaohs once and for all. He says that they've been around for 2,000 years. I say 2,600 years. And it's true. They're the same people, just spread out. And they pluck people for chosen jobs, running the government, running corporations. You have to realize that the corporations are all the same, aren't they, for the last 100 years? Look at them. They're all filthy rich. They're our new government, really. Amazon, like all of them, Walmart. It's not the kind of life that we had envisioned as children, is it? So, anyway, I go on too much sometimes, sorry. Wow, this guy is really getting heavy. He's going through all the deformities of babies after the Vietnam War. And he's going on about how it's not China who does this. It's not China. He's sort of supporting Russia and China coming after America. That's what he's doing. And you know what? He's right. It's us, and our ignorance is going to cost souls. You know, I remember when they were starting the mantra, "Thank you for your service," I just about fell out of my skin. Like, I was so irritated by everything to do with these wars and memorials, constant war and memorial, war and memorial, war and memorial, and nobody cluing in that we're sacrificing our children. Infants are Christ, and look what we've done. And this is what we watch. This is what we're doing, and this is what we watch. This is our eternal movie. This is our lives. You know, my grandmother, the guy's going on about octagons too. And I'm fascinated by the octagon symbol, and I'm not sure why yet, other than I remember my grandmother gave me an octagon, two octagon pictures, one like with the blue boy and one with the little pink girl, you know. Remember those from the 60s? They were little octagon, wooden frame, actually it was plastic, with a picture of a blue boy, and then the other one was a little girl. And that was one of the gifts. My grandmother gave me very special gifts. Just want to show you. She comes from Lofton, Norway. But our DNA comes from Ireland, I found out recently. But this photo is indicate that I'm a reflection of my grandmother somehow. Yeah. That's how I know I'm going to live to 100, because she did, and she keeps telling me, you stick with it. Because she wanted to give up since she was 62. She just kept saying, I want out of here. There's no need to go old, she said. But she had to live to 96, so there we go. That's how I think I'm going to live to 100. That's because I'm not dead, too, and I've had all the diseases. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to get too cocky, but that's just the way it feels. I'm just going to show you something else. This is a picture that I did in Montreal. And I couldn't figure out this hat. I couldn't figure out this costume of a person. It was me. I knew it was me in ancient times. And I was working through these numbers that were in my head, 911. They were just starting to come to me in the park in 2018. But I had this feeling, like, even though I know my Norwegian roots in both sides of my family, Ireland is where I originate from, and I still have 13% Celtic Irish blood, apparently. I have a feeling Ireland is a very white place, and it might be where the white came from. I don't know. But I've been looking at Alaska and British Columbia recently, at the Aboriginals. I think they're Chinese. I really do. I can't see the difference. And I used to work in a job club where I I could tell the difference between Vietnamese, Korean, Chinese, because I work with these people all the time. But I was watching and listening to my intuition as I was watching this program in Alaska, and I just thought, Jesus, those are Chinese people. And then I did some research and I found out that the Chinese came in the 1700s to Canada. I wondered, why is it so perfect that, like when I was young in the 60s, all of the little stores, every little corner store just started popping up, right, along neighborhoods. The grids started being born, a lot of grids, a lot of population expansion. And in the grid, there were certain things set up, like little Chinese stores. You know, you go to the Chinese store, Lucky Market, everywhere, in every community. It was always, do you ever wonder about that? Like, isn't that a bit odd? We have such lies here. I just can't even get over it. And let's have some fun. I found this, okay? Let's start at the bottom of this pyramid, okay? Shift happens. This is when you're born. You too can climb. When you're asleep, you don't want to know anything about this shit. Then you move up. You're curious, what is this shit? Waking up, I have a bit of shit. Awake, I'm seeing my own shit. Enlightened, helping others deal with their shit. An ascended master, holy shit, everything's perfect. Yeah, no, it's not. I disagreed with that one, you know, but because it's not going to be okay until all of us are okay. That's the way I feel, don't you? Like, I'm not going to sit around and say, oh, I'm an ascended master and you're the dirty rascal. Like, it just doesn't work for me unless everybody's in it. That's what I think. So when I don't like something, I recreated it my way. This is my pyramid. It's a potty training class 101, recreated by Miss Nana Marie, shit disturber. So we're born on number 1 level, human senses, and we try to play in shit. 2, we get the educated ego and we learn shit. 3, rude awakening, hate shit, no one cleans up. That's when we're all starting to bicker. And then 4, curious, what is this shit? 5, woke, change this shit. And then there's the heart, enlightened, shift happens. The shift happens. And you agree to play with your senses fearlessly and manifest abundance of joyful living experiences. To me, that's an ascended master. And there's the eternity 8. Just, you know, something to play with, something to do. Are you guys on Twitter? I have Twitter, but I get no notifications. I get nothing ever on Twitter. But I go in about once a day and put in some comments or something or other. But I'm at God's World 2022 if you want to follow me there. But apparently it was just, it's just falling apart. Everything, Facebook's falling apart, Twitter's falling apart. They're liars, and they don't have, you know, they're liars for their shareholders, and that's a bad thing. Their shareholders won't keep it going. Well, I listened to the whole 7 hours, and I want to tell you, it's well worth it. The guy's very informative, and he has receipts to back himself up. Yeah, that's if you care. Like, I don't really care. I just know that it's going on, and we've got to stop it. We have to stop it. I was just on Amazon looking for some new underwear. really just makes me sick that shit like that's allowed. Today it's tolerated. I can't stand it, guys. I can't stand it. Okay, have a good day. I'm cleaning my bathroom. I'm doing my stuff around the house. Just to take my mind off it. Find a way for your own peace. Talk to you later, guys.